Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Trickett, and yes, this is another edition of Wake Up with Trickett. And yes, I just came out of a meditation session in the backyard, and I'm feeling pretty good, guys. And hopefully you guys are too. Hey, check this out, guys. Um, People are always asking, uh, you know, how do you manifest? What does it take? How do you build a belief? So what I'm going to do real quick is just go through just a few steps that I use um, that I know work, because I want to ask you guys to do anything that I haven't done on myself first. And so if it works on me, then I know it works. And so I'm telling you this by experience and not by, you know, just reading a book or hearing a video or something like that, but actually from my experience. So here it is. So if you don't have the belief, and what we want to do is activate our God power. That's what we want. We want our God power. Well, how do we activate that if you don't have belief? And what is your God power? Well, your God power is your higher source. It's your higher. It's the God that lives within you. It's this, the I am that I am. It's the Jesus. It's the Creator that lives in you. Okay, that's who. That's what your God power is. That's who your God power is. All right. Now, now that you understand who your God power is, now they're like, well, Trick, like, how do I get that type of belief if I don't have that type of belief? I don't meditate. I don't do any of that type of stuff. But I want to, I want to get myself together. I want to get things going. Like, how do I get it? I have a lot of doubt. I try thinking positive, and then a lot of things go this way, or I start thinking that my situation's going to work out, and then before I know it, I start thinking negative. So how do I get it? And the way that works is this: the way you build up your disbelief, guys, is through affirmations. What are affirmations? They're positive sayings, because words have power. They carry great power. So when you speak these positive sayings, for instance, I am prospering with every step that I make. I am prospering with every turn that I take. Um, you know, uh, uh, Everyone loves me and I love everyone. You know, when you just say positive affirmations for the things that you would like to see in your life, um, and then these things, they start to take root. After a while, like anything, you tell yourself a lie even long enough, and we know that you will even start to believe it. You'll forget that it was even a lie because you've been telling the story for so long. So this works the same way, because your subconscious is going to hear it so many times, it's going to believe it. So once you start telling yourself whatever it is you want to do, and you start saying positive affirmations towards it, I would say it at least on a minimum 3 times a day, because you have to take this serious, because you have to deprogram your old way of thinking, because um, you're gonna reprogram it with the new way of thinking, and it's gonna fight it, because nobody wants to leave their position. But then again, that comfort zone is what's holding you back from what's good for you. So you're going to have to tell yourself these affirmations every day. So depending on what you're looking for, if you're going through a sickness, you have to tell yourself that every day I'm getting well, every day I'm feeling better, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like, I am always getting better. You got to always tell yourself that this is behind me. You have to always remember who you are. You got to always remember that you are an extension of the Creator. So you have power. You have power in anything that you give true belief to without doubt. You have power. It will come. So that's what you have to do to create belief. You got to just continue to repeat those affirmations. I believe in mirror affirmations because I just think it does a lot of good cleansing for a lot of people. And the way that works is you look in the mirror, you look in your eyes, not brushing your teeth, combing your hair, but you look in your eyes and you tell yourself that you love yourself and you forgive yourself for any wrongs that you've ever done to anyone else or to yourself or whomever. Even if they passed away, it doesn't matter. You're just cleaning. You're just doing some cleaning out the closet here, getting rid of some junk that's been holding you down. And a lot of people break down from this. A lot of people find it hard for them to do. But the more you do it, like on anything, the easier it gets. And you find yourself telling yourself wonderful things about yourself, whether anybody else does or not. But then what you'll find out is that because you've been telling yourself these things, you've shifted your reality, and now other people are going to start telling you these things because that's the energy you now believe because you have spoken and spoken and spoken so many times. And so that's how you build belief when you have disbelief. Now when you build that belief and you call on that inner power, that Creator, and when you call on your Creator, when you call on God, you have to understand when you use your God power, that's why we call it God power. When you call on God, why is He God? Because there's no other greater. There's nothing greater. Nothing. Anything that exists, He created it. It was created by the source, by the power, by the one true and living God. And there's no other outside power, no matter what. There's only that one. And you have to have that type of conviction. You have to have that type of belief, because if you don't, and then you have doubt, you're going to have resistance somewhere inside of you. There's going to have something saying you don't believe it. And that's going to be hindering you, no matter if you're going through the steps or not. But let me tell you the good thing about affirmation, guys. Most people don't believe them in the beginning anyway, so that's no big deal. But the more you do them, it doesn't matter if you believe them, but the more you do them and you put all that you have into it, saying it with the feeling and the emotion, with all the belief that you can muster up, knowing that we only have to have faith of a mustard seed, which, by the way, is the smallest seed, which I believe it's the smallest seed in the world. It's extremely tiny. And that's just a metaphor for how little faith you need to move whatever mountain or to bring whatever manifestation you're looking to bring into your life. So what you've asked for in secret will manifest in the open for all to see. And then you can tell all the naysayers, and you can share your story with those that also supported you and those that didn't. And you can continue to be love and light and share your story to everyone. So when they're ready and they get, at that point in their life, they'll know how to use their God power. Because that's why we're all created equal, guys. Because we all have the same one God power living in us. Call Him whoever you want to call Him. It's still the one God power, because outside of God there is nothing else. So there's still that one source. There's still that one power. Excuse me, guys. There's still that one source. There's still that one power. So you have to believe on him. You have to believe in it. You have to believe wholeheartedly. And when you do that, you know what? You won't worry about how long it takes. When you do that, you won't even worry about how long it takes. When you do that, you won't be frustrated. You know why? Because every day you'll be basking in the glory of knowing that it's yours already. You'll be like a kid. That's why you have to be like a kid to enter into this state of heaven. You must be like a child. Why? Because they're innocent. They don't question everything like like an adult does. They still use their imagination. When they play freeze tag, they really believe you have to stay frozen. They're not questioning and trying to figure out and going by how things look on the outside. But they're literally walking by faith. They're literally walking with only belief to go off of. Whatever mom or dad or whoever said, that's all they have to go off of. And that's all they need. They believe it. Unless you have broken that trust in the past, they will believe it wholeheartedly. And so we must convert to that child each and every time we use our God power. We must convert to that child that believes wholeheartedly whatever it asks for, whatever it wants, he or she believes. And they just know that they know that they know that they're going to get it no matter what. No matter what. They know it's theirs, guys. They know it is theirs. No matter what, they know it. Because they believe. They haven't been hurt and trampled on and lied to and betrayed and everything else. They're not tainted. They're not shattered. But even though we've been through so many things, we can't let that stop us, right? We still want what we want, and we have the right to have it. Even the Bible says that we're supposed to live life and live it abundantly. And how many of us are doing that? And that doesn't always mean money to everyone, even though we do need it in this world. But I'm talking about abundantly in all areas of your life. Who wants to be lacking in any area? Nobody wants to lack in any area. So I say abundant in all areas. And that's the knowledge we have to get to. How do we get there? And who's responsible? And how do we understand it? And all of these things. And this is how we do it. By using our God power. And anything that you want, you will be able to possess. You have to remember, you are a God. God put himself into these bodies to have a human experience so we can remember that we are God. Period. That's the game. And so we are an extension of him. That's why we go to him in the spirit and our mind, aka imagination. That's why we go to him in that manner, because that's our natural state. That's who we naturally are. Makes sense, right? So when we do this, guys, and when we remember, we got to reach back and help our other brothers and sisters that are out there, because we're all connected and we're all just wearing a suit, and we got to remind them who they are so they can have their amazing life and abundant life in all areas of their life, and not just in one part of their life, and they're lacking in 4 or 5 other parts of their life. It is just not a good fit for them. And so if we know how to do better, us that know how to do it, we got to share it. We gotta at least plant the seed, right? So let's just do a real quick recap. And what that is this. If you are lacking faith, you say positive affirmations to build your faith at least 3 times on a minimum a day. I would do it more, but that's me. But it just all depends where you're at and, what route you want to take to get there. But once again, I would say affirmations. Though that is a must. That's the only way you're going to build your faith. No matter if you believe them or not, most people don't in the beginning. You continue to say it, say it, say it, say it. It will have that same effect that when people continue to tell themselves a lie, they just end up believing it. You will end up believing it, except for this will not be a lie. This will be something good and good fruit that is for you and something that you desire and that you have every right to have. So once you have that faith, you're going to call on your God power, your higher source, your creator. Okay? You're going to call on him who lives within you. All right? Because he controls the whole universe. And what you ask for and put out there, your God power is going to allow the universe to send it back to you in a way that you won't probably know, in a time frame that you probably will not know how or when it's going to come, but you're going to rejoice every day. In the morning when you wake up, throughout your day, and in the evening when you retire at night. You're going to thank your God power for already blessing you or giving you what you have been desiring. That's what you're going to do. You're gonna already thank him. And you know what I know? It's going to come up. It's going to pop up in ways that you don't know, but it's going to happen. But you have to hold out. You can't have doubt. You can't say one day you believe it. It's been 2 weeks, it hasn't happened, I don't believe it. It's been 1 month, it hasn't happened, I don't believe it. I don't know how long it's going to happen. I've had a lot of things come. Some things come faster than others. Everything has its own time period. I mean, to have a baby, it's 9 months. I'm sure it's not the same to have a horse or a chicken. You know what I'm saying? So everything has its own time frame. Every prayer request has its own timing, depending on, I guess, what it is. Because it doesn't matter if it takes 1 million people, God has to move. He will move heaven and earth for you to deliver on what you ask for, because God always says yes. He says yes to your belief, people, not what you ask for, unless what you're asking for lines up with your belief, and then you're good to go. But if it doesn't, like most people, and you're saying one thing, that's why he says with your lips you honor me, but your heart is far from me. With your mind, you're far from me. Your subconscious, your belief in me is far from me. But with your lips, you honor me. You say that you believe. You say that you're doing this and you're doing that, but then again, you're producing no results. Use your God power properly, guys. That's why we're all created equal, because we all have God living in us. We are just using him in different ways. Some know how to use him. Some do not know. So out of ignorance, they're speaking things and thinking things that are just working against them, thinking that it's not them that's doing it, but it's someone else on the outside. And the entire time it's them. And it's a sad, slow death. It's slavery. It's slavery, because they don't even know that they're doing it to themselves. I mean, how bad can that be? That's harsh. It's brutal. So anyway, guys, use your God power the right way. Now you know how to build your faith if you don't have any through affirmations. Now you know who your God power is, what it is, how to use it, and you know your belief is the activator to all of it. That's what's going to turn it on. That's what's going to get this thing going. That's what's going to get your God power in you excited about working and doing some good for you because you have belief. So when you go to the restaurant and put in an order, you're going to ask for exactly what you want because you believe that they're going to bring it to you, exactly what you ordered. Someone else, they may have doubts, like most people. And they'll go and they'll just say, you know what, I would like to have this, but, I'll just get this over here. This will probably be better for me anyway. And that's what most people do. Either knowingly or unknowingly, that's what they do, guys. But that's not what we're going to, that's not what we're going to do anymore, right? Because now we understand how to use our God power. So now we understand how to win. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care what it is you're going through. I don't care what it is you're dealing with. I don't care what it is. You know how to use your God power now. You know how to build faith now. Now it's like anything. You got to work at it. And how much work you do at it is how fast it's going to, start to become natural to you. But like anything, if you don't put the work consistently into this, and then you're not serious about what it is you say you're serious about. You got to be real, guys. That's why mirror affirmations, they just pull out a lot of truth and get rid of a lot of junk. But you don't have to do mirror affirmations. I just recommend them. But just affirmations, any positive affirmations of any sort, it's good for you. It's good fruit for you. It's good loving on yourself. Most people don't love on themselves. Most people don't speak well of themselves. And so it's just some good stuff, guys. And on that note, my name is Trickett. You guys are all amazing. I salute the God power in you, in the divinity in you, because you guys are just awesome. And you know what? We're all going to figure this out together. No one's better than no one, but some of us do have more experience than others, but no one's here to judge anyone, but we're all here to uplift, motivate, and see each other grow. And on that note, hey, peace, love, and prosperity, guys. Peace out. Till next time.